Good morning or afternoon, depending on where you are zooming in from. How's everybody's Wednesday?
Going
Good.
steady. I did some work on my database entering in. So I got tomorrow left. I've been working on it since we started this. So I have
Nice.
tomorrow left, and then I'll have all my contacts actually in kvCORE with hashtags, but I don't really know what I'm doing after that. So
That's
that's what
okay.
I figured getting them in is the most important part. So
Yes, getting them in there. And I'm going to show you. So today I'm going to talk about Canva and ways that you can kind of incorporate Canva into your kvCORE. Obviously creating a signature so that way that goes at the end of all your emails that are going out from kvCORE. I'm also going to show you how to make an email header, and I'm going to show you how to use that inside of Canva. And then last but not least, I'm going to show you how to use Canva websites and things like that to add value to your landing pages. So lots of Canva stuff today. I'm excited.
cool.
All right, I'm going to give everybody like 3 more minutes. I always start right at 11:05. And this hair is like got a mind of its own today. I may have to stand up. I've been sitting too long. My back is not liking this. Hang on. Come on, desk. There you go. Anybody else have one of those desks that you can stand or sit? Because it's honestly like it's the best $40 investment I ever made. And like it's got like my desk is fairly large, so it's got spots for like my computer, and then I've got like my Remarkable over here, and then it's got a spot down here where I can have my keyboard and my mouse. Like I love this thing, and I just push a little button. It's like hydraulics, and it just lifts up, or I push it down. But yeah, because I can't sit down for long periods of time.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm sorry. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Hi. I know I don't have I guess they call them ergonomically correct.
Chairs.
But the desk itself was only $40.
Mm-hmm. It
Oh,
goes
that's
right
great.
on. It goes right on top of my other desk. So hang on a second. Let me see if I can.
I see.
Let me see if I can unplug. Hang on. I'm gonna have to take my light down for a second. But yeah, so basically, this is like my regular desk, and then there's my standing desk.
Oh,
So
I see it.
so now it just goes right on top of it. So let me plug myself all back in. But yeah.
So do you have so I understand you're like you're amidst already like your training session. So I don't know if it started from like A and it's gonna go to Z, and I'm just kind of coming in kind of late, and so now you're on C.
No, you're totally fine.
Okay.
So basically, I have like about 13 or 14 modules that I kind of go through, but it doesn't matter where you come in because it's going to be practical application. Some of it builds upon other stuff, but it's totally fine. And then I also have like, if you're in the Excel group, in the Excel Facebook page, you can search my name and it'll show all the other videos because I always put them on there in case
Okay.
someone couldn't come to the class. That way they have access to it. So yeah.
Okay.
No
That's great
worries.
because I'm just getting into kvCORE, so I don't know anything about it, and
No
I
worries.
understand. Okay. All right. Thank you. I'm going to
Not
mute myself because I don't
no
want to be
problem. We are all friends here. All right. Let's see. Okay, I am recording. Okay, so I'm pumped about today because this is all going to be practical application that you can put into your kvCORE right now. So if for some reason you're watching this video on the replay and this is the first video that you've watched, keep in mind your kvCORE has two components. Number one is your CRM. Your CRM is where all of your past clients, your contacts, your followers on any type of social media platform, that's where they're going to live. So your CRM is right here. One of the things that you'll notice is I have mine organized into what are called saved filters. So that way they're easier for me to find. I can put all of my past clients, all of my church friends, all of my past teachers that I taught with, anybody, I can create what are called saved filters. Outside of your CRM, your kvCORE is also an IDX website. So the IDX website means if my website is shared with other people, right? Because you should be sharing your website with every single person you know multiple times. When they go in and they log into it, now it's lead capturing. So it's going to capture their information and it's going to automatically put it into your CRM. So this is what kvCORE does for you. And then there's also a bunch of tools. So today what I'm going to show you is how I have kind of used some of the stuff in Canva to create things for my kvCORE. So first things first, in your kvCORE, you have your profile. So right here, I have my profile. In your profile, there's a couple of things that you should have in there, and you can create these in Canva. One is why is this taking so long? Okay, it's working. It says it's working. I trust you. Okay, so one of the things is an email signature. The email signature, you can make sure that that is added to each and every email that goes out from your system. So right here, this is my profile now. So in your profile, to make changes, to add anything, you just click edit. Always make sure that you have an updated photo of you. Guys, we all age. It's totally fine. Some of us age with Botox, some of us age without Botox. But make sure that your photo is an up-to-date photo, because the last thing you want is someone to meet you and now you look totally different. Okay. So make sure that you've uploaded that. You can enter in your NERDS number. It's not required. I don't know of any state that requires you to put that out there. The one thing though that you want to make sure that you have is your agent MLS ID, because over here where I see listings and I see my listings, once I have listings, if I'm not able to see those, it's because I haven't entered my MLS ID. My husband on his, he has both his and my number on there. So that way, if we both have listings, some of them are in his name, some are in my name, that way they all show up. So you can put additional agent ones in there. You're just going to put a comma. So down here, you'll see your About Me section. You should have your like a bio about you. Well, Jackie, what if I'm brand new? You did something before you were a real estate agent. Figure out how those talents and skills in that workplace are going to go ahead and be good into the real estate workplace. All right, this is your signature. Okay. So in many states, I know Nevada is one. I believe California is one. I think it's a lot of like attorney closing states. You have to have your license number on every single thing that gets sent out. So what you're going to do is you are going to make sure that in this signature, and all I did was type in here, you're going to type your name. Now you'll notice my kvCORE, it says Mary Jacqueline. No one calls me Mary Jacqueline except my mother when I'm in trouble. Everyone knows me as Jackie. So I went ahead and made my signature say Jackie Durbin. Then I included my license number, right? So my state realtor license number. I have my title, right? We are the D team. We're brokered by eXp Realty. I have my cell phone number on there. I have my email. It says click here for our website. So in here, the reason why this is a blue hyperlink is because I've used this little tool right here where I can link. So if I click on the link, this goes to our website, and then this is the text that I wanted to display. Okay, same thing. So here is, if you want to listen to me on my podcast, if you want to connect with me on Facebook, that's my business Facebook page. If you want to connect with me on Instagram, if you want to check out my milkshake. So I probably need to change that word because a lot of people don't know what a milkshake is. It's basically a external, it's like a link tree. Okay, so milkshake's like Linktree. It just looks kind of girly. Most men that I know do not have a milkshake account. They typically use Linktree because it does look a little more masculine. And then here's my YouTube channel. So I have all of these links, and because I clicked this button right here, this goes on every single outgoing email. So anything that gets sent, if my state says I have to have my license number, now I'm in compliance. And again, I'm not an expert on every state. I know Nevada, and I'm almost positive California, you have to have it on there. So ask your broker, does this have to be on there? Ask whoever, maybe just Google it. It'll tell you. Now, this thing right here is an image that I created inside of Canva. So let me show you how to do that. If you have never used Canva, what are you waiting for? It's an amazing tool. I love it so much. Okay. And here's the cool thing. With Canva, you can put in this little search bar exactly what you want. So I'm going to say I want email signature for real estate. Make sure you're on templates, not on projects. Projects are going to show up anything that you've already created. Templates are going to show you the ones that have not been created, but they're templates that are already there. Okay, so right here, email signature. Here we go. I'm going to click on it. And what it's going to do is it's going to pull up every single email signature template that Canva has, and I can edit them to make them more like my brand. So here's an email signature. Basically, an email signature is your business card. Okay, so the email signature is anything that would be on your business card. You can pick whatever you want. So there's lots of different ones on here. Here's the one I used, right? But I just changed out the colors because those are not our team colors or our broker colors. So I really don't want orange on there. But you can pick whatever you want. Let's say that you really like this one right here. So I can grab this. It's going to say, go ahead and customize it. Before I customize it, it's going to grab other ones that are similar. So maybe I'm like, ooh, I kind of like this one instead. So now I grab that one. And then I'm going to say, okay, I want to customize this template. By customizing it, you can change the colors, you can change the backgrounds, you can change the fonts, you can change the size, you can change the images, you can change whatever you want to. So this guy, he's very handsome, but that's not me. So I'm going to go ahead and delete his picture. Well, when I deleted it, I see that there's this right here. This is what's called an element, and it is a circle frame element. So now I can go to uploads, and I can upload an image of myself, and now I can put that in there. So, okay, here I am. So I'm going to click on it. It's going to go right there. And I'm like, well, that's not where I wanted you to go. So I'm just going to click it and bring it right here. Let's say that I want something in the background. Maybe you want, like, you don't want it to be all black or all white. So I can go to elements, and I can type in background up here. And say, yep, give me some backgrounds. And it's going to give me different backgrounds. So maybe I like this background. Okay. Or maybe I like this one. Or maybe I like the crinkledy paper or the lines or whatever it is. Okay. So let's say that I'm going to grab this one, and I'm dragging it over here. See how it looks like it's over the whole page? Now it's all the way there. Well, you're like, oh my gosh, Jackie, where'd your face go? I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to move this paper back. And I'm going to continue to move it back until it gives me all of my images back that were there. Now, I don't want this on here, so I'm going to take that off. All right. So now here's my thing. Okay. Now, my name's not Jonathan. Jonathan's a great name. It's just not my name. Yes, I'm a real estate agent. I want to change my phone number. I'm going to change my website. Remember, your kvCORE has a website attached to it. So know what that is. So mine is Mary Jacqueline Wilson Durbin at, .exprealty.com. Now, notice how that's on like 2 lines. I'm not really liking that. So I'm going to make it where it goes all the way over. But then I'm like, oh crap, that's not where I want it to go. So I'm going to move my background out of my way. I'm going to grab all, whoops. I'm going to grab all of this. And now I'm going to move all that over.
Might be a dumb question, but how did
No.
you get them all to move at the same time?
So here's the cool thing. So you always have to usually move your background if it's moving on you. And then you just hold your mouse down, highlight everything that you want, and then you can move it wherever you want. So now you don't have to move each element at a time, which honestly, if you're on your phone, fat fingers, it's hard. It's really hard to do that. Okay. So now I'm just going to go ahead and move my background back down. Whoops. There we go. If my background isn't like going all the way to the edges, I can just pull it down. So I can kind of straighten it out, even though it's not straightened out. And then I can add whatever I want. So I'm going to add my email. So I'm going to say Phoenix, Arizona, and surrounding areas. Because I'm not just in Phoenix. Oops. I'm going to make that go over because, again, I want it to be all uniform. I can take this out and I can say EXP Realty. I can add my logo. I can add my team stuff. I can add whatever I want to. When you share these things, okay, whenever you download something from Canva to put onto kvCORE, it needs to be downloaded as an image. It can be a JPEG or it can be a PNG. It cannot be a PDF. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to share. I'm going to download. Yes, it's a PNG. I'm going to go ahead and download it. And now I'm going to go into kvCORE. I can take, whoops. Let me go back. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go to image. I'm going to upload the image. It just saved it on my computer so I can browse and find it. Here we are. And now I'm going to save it. There it is. Now, obviously, I don't really want it in that spot. So I am going to delete. Hang on a second. All right. So now that I've got my cursor down there where I wanted it, I'm going to browse for the image, grab the image. And then save it. And there it is. When you've made any type of changes to your profile, make sure that you hit save. I'm not going to hit save because I don't want that image in there. And I deleted a link that I don't want to have deleted. But once you're done with that, then go ahead and hit save. So I'm going to hit cancel. And then, oh, now why did it do that? I told it not to save. Stinker. It did something I didn't want it to do. Okay, so we're going to take that out. All right. So clearly you do not have to hit save. It will save even if you don't want it to. All right, but I always just hit save. All right, let me make sure that that one went away. Yep, it did. Okay, so that is how you use Canva to create your email signature inside of kvCORE. Now, the cool thing about kvCORE is you have the ability to send out email marketing, and you have no limit to the number of email marketing that you can send out. I will tell you this, things that I've learned by sending this stuff out. Some stuff just goes to spam. It just happens, okay? You could send out 20 emails to your past clients, and sometimes it goes to spam. Guys, I can't help you, okay? It's emails ways of protecting the consumer from spam emails, from unsolicited emails. Like, it's the nature of the beast. There's a whole lot of people on a whole lot of forums that are all hunting and pecking, blah, 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 blah. Guess what? It's the world that we live in. Find a move around or just sit there in your problem. It's totally up to you. I don't like to sit in my problems. So one of the things that I have found is if I make sure that in my profile, I have changed my from email. So newsflash, your first name dot last name at exprealty.com is not a real email. Okay. It's a forwarding email. All right. So in your from email, if you add a from email, now look at the directions, no Yahoo, no AOL, that will help a little bit. If when you're sending out mass emails, if you're very specific about the subject line, that can help. If the subject line sounds spammy, it's going to get flagged. Okay. And it may end up in the spam or the promotions of the person. So here's what I do. If I send someone an email, I'm going to text them and say, hey, I just sent you an email. It should be in your inbox. If it's not, check your spam and your promotions folder. And if you see it in there, move it into your inbox. And now all of my emails should go to your inbox. It's going to ask them on the top of the email, do you trust this email? Okay. There's bad people who are really smart at doing stupid stuff, and they make it bad for all of us. Okay. Once they've said yes, then it should go all to their inbox. So marketing. Marketing is where you can send these different emails. So you're going to go to marketing, all marketing, and you'll notice that there's a couple different things. But one of the things that you can do is you can schedule mass emails, right? So let's say that you do have your contacts, your sphere of influence in there, okay? And maybe you have a new listing and you want to let all of the people know in your database, hey, guess what? I have a new listing. Or hey, guess what? Everybody in the database, I'm going to be doing an open house. And you want to be able to share that information. Now, I would not do that all the time, especially open houses, because people are going to unsubscribe. Okay. Nobody cares that you're doing an open house. But when you're new in your business, it's nice to let your sphere of influence know, hey guys, you've always been super supportive of me. As I am beginning on my real estate adventure, I would love for your support. If you know anyone who's looking for a house in this area, let them know that they are more than welcome to come and visit me at my open house on whatever day. Okay. So we're going to go to get started. And we're going to schedule an email. The cool thing about this is it will tell you how many people it went out to. So like, for example, this one right here, it went out to 1,200 agents. This one went out to 2,300. This one went out to 62. And I can go back in and I can see what those emails were. Now, kvCORE has not gotten fancy enough to tell me the open rate per email, but that's supposedly coming soon. So I'm excited about that because I'm all about the data. All right, so I'm going to schedule an email. Now, when I schedule the email, I can, remember on my CRM, it showed those little filter boxes up top. I can send an email to a specific group of saved filters, people that I have, or I can say, hey, send it to the people who have this hashtag. So maybe it's my sphere of influence people. And I can pick multiple hashtags because I want to make sure that it goes out to all of them. Or, and I don't usually use this one, you can send it out to people who have a certain status. When you're entering your people into your CRM for the first time, if people are in your sphere of influence, do not just put in sphere as their status because it's not going to stay that way. If someone is your sphere of influence, I would add the hashtag sphere of influence or my sphere or my people or however you want to tag them. Because if you're doing it by just their status, once they look at properties, kvCORE's AI is going to move them to a different location as far as status because now they're active. So it may move them to prospect. It may move them to a new lead. If they're super active, it may move them to an active lead. So just know that when you're going in, but you get to pick what kind of category. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab these people. Now, if you have created templates in the past, let's say that one of the things that you've done is you want to be able to create holiday templates to send out to your sphere of influence. One, reminding them that you're a real estate agent. And then number two, recognizing that, hey, guess what? We just had a holiday. Thank you. Or whatever. You can do however you want to. So if you've made those templates, you can go and click right here and it's going to pull up every template that you have. So let's say, what is this? It's September, right? Okay, so let me look for a Halloween. Here we go. Look, there's already templates that are in here. So let's see what this one looks like. Which Halloween homeowner are you? I don't even know what this is. This is going to be scary. We're going to see this together. Okay, so home for sale. Happy Halloween. Which homeowner are you? The couple that doles out full-size candy bars, the family that transforms their space into a haunted house, someone that sets a candy bowl on the porch and stays to and stays in to watch spooky movies. Wishing you a frightful fun holiday, no matter how you celebrate. Guess what? That's a template that's already in kvCORE. I didn't make it. Okay. The one thing that it does not do though, is it does not recognize me as a brand, which is why I make custom emails to send out. So here is the next thing that we're going to do. So let's say that I'm going to make one for Halloween. So let me go ahead and click Advanced Editor. When you go into Advanced Editor, what you can do is you can create an email that one looks like a newsletter, and it's going to be brand recognizable. So things that you can add are images, right? You can add buttons. So this would be called like a click button, where basically people click here and I take them somewhere. I can put in dividers because people who are medium age like myself, we need a little bit of white space just so that way our eyes don't go all the different ways. I can add my social media links if that is a way that I'm really showing up to consumers. Dynamic content, HTML, personally, I stay away from because I don't know a thing about computer coding, even though I'm really good at kvCORE, that I'm not good at. Video, if you have a YouTube channel, or if you upload a video on Vimeo, and let's say it's specific for this, you can put that in there. If you are, let's say you're sending out an email to your sphere of influence, telling them about a new development that's getting ready to break ground in your area, you could go there, and no, you do not have to have fancy video equipment. If you have a newly used or newly developed iPhone or phone, whatever, guess what? Those cameras are just as good as a fancy like camera that you would spend $3,000 for. And you already know how to use this. So why try to learn new technology also? Okay. So I can create some video content. If you're an Apple user, you can use iMovie and you don't even have to worry about creating a video. It'll do it for you. So you could put that content out there. Icons are silly. Don't use it. All it is stars. Text is where the body of the email is going to come in place. And then core video is different than regular video. So core video is an add-on purchase in kvCORE. I don't encourage people to buy it unless you're really just like, I want it. Here's the difference. If I put a YouTube video in my email, when they click to view the video, it's going to take them to YouTube. Okay. Some consumers don't want to do that. So if I know that my ideal client and my people are those types of people, then maybe I want to buy the core video, which means the video will play inside of the email. And I'm going to have a library available to me through BombBomb Video on my kvCORE, where I can host and kind of hold those videos. I think it's like $40. If I click on here, it's going to say, sorry, you have to buy this because you don't have it. Hang on. I don't think it's like break the bank money, but I have a YouTube channel. Let's see, where's the cost? Does it not say? Maybe I have to hit the upgrade to premium. There we go, $30 a month. So not break the bank, but like I would rather spend that $30 a month on Starbucks, if I'm being quite honest. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. All right, let me go back into kvCORE. So in order to add each of those things into our, let me go back, into our email to create that template, all you're going to do is grab it and drag it over until it says drag it here. And then you're going to stop and then it's going to drop. So let me, yes, I'm totally fine. Let's go. All right. So first thing I want to add is an email header. Okay. So basically it's kind of like the top of the letterhead. That's what you need to think about what an email header is. So it's like an email signature, but what it's going to have is, maybe it doesn't have a picture of you. Maybe it just has your logo. It should have your name. It should have your brand colors and things that people recognize you for. Usually after I've added the image, I'm going to add a divider because again, I'm medium age and my eyes need a little bit of white just to be able to refocus. Then I'm going to put the body of my email. Okay. After I've added that, I'm probably going to add some type of click button. I want to have a call to action because the last thing I want to do is just send an email just for the heck of it. That's boring. No, if I'm sending you something, it's for a reason. Either I'm trying to generate business from you or I'm trying to generate referrals from you. So I'm going to have some type of button. All right. So when I go to this image, yes, it's this size, but whatever size the image is, that box will change to that size. So I'm going to click browse. And the cool thing is it hosts all of the images that you've ever uploaded. So you only have to upload that email header one time. And then it stays up there for forever. So it's almost kind of like a drive type thing. And the more images that you load up, the longer it takes for it to twist, turn, and find the image that you want. So while that's turning, I'm going to go back to Canva. So just like we searched in the search box for email signatures, I'm going to go back and I'm going to search for now email headers. Some of them are going to look the same because they could be the same. So I'm going to do email header. The size is going to be a little bit smaller. So it's going to kind of look like a banner. Okay. But these are different email headers. So again, you can pick whichever one you want. You can change the color. You can change the background. I could grab this Winter Wonderland. Again, when I click on it, it's going to show me other ones that are similar. I'm going to go ahead and use this one. Well, I'm not selling trees and woods, okay? Like, anybody sell trees? I don't. Trees are wonderful. They give us oxygen. We need a lot more of them, right? But that's not what I sell. So what I can do is I can go to elements. I'm going to take the trees off. I'm going to go to elements. And inside of elements, I'm going to put home for sale. And what it's going to do is it's going to pull up images for me. Okay. I can grab any image that I want. Maybe you find one that kind of looks like your neck of the woods. I'm going to put Arizona because this is all way too green grassy for me. Oh, it still gave me the same ones. Okay, well, we'll just pretend that this looks like mine. I'm going to take it and I'm going to drag it and drop it. Okay, I can move this text over here. I can grab it at the corner and make it smaller. I can put my name on there, my brokerage, my logo, all the things that I want to have on there in compliance. Okay. And then I'm just going to download it again as a PNG or a JPEG. Oh, I see in the chat. Hang on. Apologies. I have to step out. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jade. You're amazing. All right. So now I can use this email header for all of my emails. I would encourage you to pick one and stick with that one for forever, because what it's going to do is people are going to start seeing that and they're going to associate that with you. If you've already ordered signs for your real estate, I would encourage you to use similar images on both of them. So again, that way you're starting to create that brand recognition. So for our, oh yeah, I don't know if you can see it. Let me bring it down. This is our logo. Does it look familiar to anyone? What's it look like? It looks like, oh, Jade's muted, but I can read her lips. It looks like the Beats logo, doesn't it? Okay, it is. It's very similar to the Beats logo. We made subtle changes. One of them being we changed it from a B to a D because we're the Durbans. We're the D team, okay? We also changed the outline, so hopefully Dr. Dre doesn't sue us, but wouldn't that be cool if he did? We would go viral. Everybody would know who we were. But here's the thing. On every single thing that we send out, whether it is an email, a postcard, anything, that D team logo is on everything. So let me show you. On our envelopes, what do you see? The D logo. People trust us. On this one, D team logo is right up there. I don't even know what this is, but let me open it. Hang on. Good grief. Oh, this is our story letter. There's our D team logo again. It's always these colors. We don't change out our colors, even though I'm like, honey, red and black they clash with my pink. It doesn't look good with my pink. Okay. But every single thing that we send out has that on it. All of our signs, all of our marketing pieces, every single shirt that we own, hats, everything. It has the EXP in the front and it has the D team logo in the back. So we've got tons and tons of stuff like that. Make sure that when you're creating these, it's not going to be changed up all the time. Okay. So again, I'm just going to share it. download it as a JPEG or a PNG, go back into Canva, and then I'm going to upload the image. Okay. Now you'll notice these are every single image that I've ever uploaded on here. Look, there's that D-Team logo again. I told you it's on everything. All right. So here's an example of one of the email headers. So I'm going to insert that. That's my header. If that's the header that I always use, people are going to start associating me with that. All right. We've got our white space. Here's where I'm going to put in my content. Well, what I really want to do is I want to make sure that they know that this email was created for them. So I'm going to use a merge tag and put in their first name. Now, every single one of these emails is going to be personalized when it's sent out. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to send individual emails. Now, if you're finding that a lot of people, even though despite everything that you've tried to do, they're still not getting your emails for whatever reason it's being blocked, take the merge tag out and then just write the email, and then I'll show you a workaround. So you're going to put whatever you want in here, right? Da, 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 da. Okay, so I'm going to go down here to this push button. Now that push button is blue. North Carolina blue, Tar Heel blue. That is not a color that complements anything in ours. So I can click this background color and just make it black. So that way it matches. Or if I wanted to use that red, but I know it's a specific color red, I can put in the code. So that way it is all branded and colored correctly. Right now it says button. I don't want it to say button. I want it to say like, click here for this. So click here for a list of best kept seller secrets. Okay. So maybe when they click there, they're going to get a list of things that are really going to help them sell their home for top dollar and make sure that they're placed in a market where the home is going to sell quickly if that's their goal. Okay. Now, right now, this is just a push button. That's all it is because there is no link. Right here is where I'm going to add whatever link I'm adding. If this is like, check out my newest listing on this day, then I can put in the link for the single property squeeze page. Because again, I'm always wanting them to go back to my website. If I'm saying, hey, see what your home is worth right now, this could be a link to a seller squeeze page. So that way, again, they're going back to my website. But what I want to do is I want to make a PDF. Okay, I want to make something on Canva that I can create. So I'm going to go to Canva Home. And let's say that I'm going to make a presentation. Okay, your all's jaws are getting ready to drop if you have not seen what Canva can do now, because I'm so excited. Okay. See this little star right here? Whenever you see stars, just know that something amazing is going to happen. Yes, you have a Canva assistant now. So I can go to Canva assistant and I can say, I want to make a magic design drafted with artificial intelligence. Done. So it says, tell me what you want us to make. Create a 4-slide presentation. Oh my gosh. Presentation for sellers. The slideshow should include, my fingers are moving faster than my typewriter. Okay. Should include tips and ideas for homeowners oh my goodness. Owners, thank you. To get top, oh, it's not going to let me do anything more. Okay. All right, so I'm going to say, I'm going to take this out. 4-slide presentation for sellers. The slideshow should include tips and ideas to get the most money. Oh, money. We'll take out 2. So I want, it only allows me 100 characters. Okay, now I'm going to hit enter. I'm not doing anything. My hands are off the computer. Are you ready for the magic of Canva and artificial intelligence? Right now, my assistant's listening to Cat Stevens in the background. It's a wild world. And it's like, I love this song. I'm like, it's like the perfect music for this. Okay, so here we go. Jade, how did I know that would be like your song? I knew we had same vibes. I just knew it. My California girl. Okay, so look, all of these presentations are coming up. These are all editable. I can change them. I can change their wording, but what it does for me is it gives me a starting spot, okay? So I'm just going to grab one. I'm going to grab this one. Come on. And then I'm going to say, okay, create my presentation. Once I click create, it's going to put everything in here. But there's more. So come on. By the way, has anybody seen this yet? This new Canva assistant? Oh, I'm so excited.
I haven't. That's so cool.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Now, Alexia, I would play around with it and see if you can make it in Spanish. I wonder if you could. Like, I could do it, but I wouldn't know if it really made sense. So, like, you would have to try that out. Okay, so it says, this technology is new and improving. Please report this design if it doesn't seem right, okay? Because remember, they're trying to learn. Maximize your profit. Tips for sellers. Preparing your home for sale. Declutter and deep clean your home. Make it more attractive. Make any necessary repairs, upgrades to increase its value. Stage your home. Okay, so let's say I'm like, ugh, really? So I'm going to click this. I'm going to click this button. And I'm going to say, hey, can you summarize this text right here? Do you see what it did? It just rephrased it. No one should ever post anything again that's not grammatically correct. All right, I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to click the little magic wand button, and I'm going to say, hey, can you rewrite this? Enhance your home's best features and create a welcoming environment by staging it. Guys, we're all going to sound amazing right now. Okay, now let's say that I don't like this picture. I can delete that picture. It's gone. But I'm like, oh crap, I wanted it to come back. Okay, hit the undo button and now make it come back. Or change it out. One of the things that I would encourage you, and I think a lot of people need to do a better job of this, make sure if you're putting something out there on a website that your pictures are inclusive of what the entire world looks like, please and thank you. Okay, whether you agree with it or not, how about we be inclusive? Because no, you don't have to be a jerk. Okay, so here's another one. Pricing your home right. Again, I can make any changes. Okay, thank you, Canva, for being inclusive. Okay, so look, I can make all of these different things. Let's say that I want to have all different families on there, because the last thing I want to do is make consumers to feel like I only work with a certain type of client. Okay, so maybe on one of my slides, I have an African-American family. One of them, I have a white family. One of them, I have two mamas or two daddies. It doesn't matter. Or maybe it's a biracial family, or maybe it is another culture and they're wearing cultural clothing. But make sure that you're showing, guess what? I'm inclusive. I can help anyone. Okay, you can say it all you want, but unless you're really showing it, is it? Okay, and then the only thing that this presentation is lacking is a call to action. I want to have a slide at the end that tells them how to contact me. Do they have my email? Yes, but I still want them to have it easier. Hey, if you have questions about this, or if you would like for me to come and offer suggestions on what you should do to your home before you list it on the market, reach out to me. Here's my phone number. Here's my email. I had an agent the other day. They were like, I don't like to give my real phone number to other people. And I'm like, why? Do you like to cash their real check? That's silly to me. But again, everybody has their own prerogative. I'm not going to judge you. I mean, I am, but whatever. Okay, so this one's different. When I share this one, I'm not sharing it as a picture. Okay, so I'm going to go to share, and I'm going to click this more button. And now it's going to come up as a website right here. See how it says website? So I'm going to say, I want this as a website, and you can pick anything you want. I usually do it as where like it's scrolling. You can also use like that classic navigation, but that one, I'll have to show you that one another time. But let me show you. So I'm going to open the website. So here we go. Now, the one thing that this presentation is missing is my equal housing logo, my realtor logo, my brokerage logo, all those things. I need to make sure that I'm in compliance, especially with your state guidelines. But I've created a website now from Canva. So now I'm going to take this link up here at the top. I'm going to go into kvCORE, and where I had that push button, I'm going to copy that link. Now, when I send this to them and they click on that button, now it's going to take them somewhere. If a title company or a lender or anybody else has sent you a PDF of like a buyer's guide or a seller's guide or a relocation guide or for sale by owner guide or whatever other guide they have, how about instead of printing them out? Because what do people do with paper? They throw it away. I don't know why they don't recycle it, but they throw it away. And so why don't we give it in a digital format? One, it's going to save money because now I don't have to pay for these. And two, it's going to be a little bit nicer to Mother Earth. So let's be a little nice. And now I can send this out. Any PDF that you get, all you have to do is open it. It'll open it up down like at the bottom on your computer, and you just drag it up in Canva, and that's it. And it's magically there. Sometimes formatting will be a little bit off, so you may have to look through it just to make sure. But guess what? If there's a word that you don't like, if it's got logos and you don't like them, you can delete them. You can change stuff up. So like if there's this really cool like Keller Williams real estate agent that has this buyer guide and she sends it to me, I can upload it and then I can take out the Keller Williams and I can put in the EXP. Okay. So lots and lots of cool things that you can do inside of Canva that will transform your kvCORE. Last week we talked about landing pages, okay, and using landing pages as a way to circle market your geo farm. Let's say that you have coming soon listings. Obviously, those do not show up in our kvCORE. They show up in our MLS if your MLS allows you to market coming soon listings. But I could create a coming soon presentation, download it as a website, and then use that link. So that way, when they click the button on the landing page, it'll go to this presentation. Again, make sure you have a call to action, right? Because they're off of the thing now. And tell them, hey, if you have a question about this, or if you'd like me to, whatever, if you'd like to schedule a time to go look at the homes that are currently available in this community or this area or whatever, give them a call to action. Just put your phone number on there. You would think people would know, oh, it's a phone number, I'm going to call it. No, you have to tell them. Okay. All right.
Questions for you if you have a second.
Yes, that's what I was just getting ready to say. Okay, I'm going to stop because I was just like, I was drinking water from a fire hose. But what questions do you have either about this or anything else?
My first question is going back to Canva in that website mode.
Yes.
Is there an option to include a video in that website?
Yes.
Or some sort of video?
Yes. So
Whether that's YouTube or just like a video I did on my phone and uploaded it to Canva, either
Yep.
one, I guess.
Yep. So let me grab, hang on, where was it? That's not it. Is this it? There it is. Okay. Let me go to the, hang on, let me close some of these tabs because I got way too many tabs. And I think that's why my computer's like, ooh, we're working too hard, Jackie. All right. So inside of Canva, yes, you can create video. So I'm going to add another page. Okay. And I'm going to go to my uploads and I'm going to grab a video. Okay. So, oh, these are funny. Hang on a second. This one's really funny. Okay. I'm going to add him over there. All right. So I don't even know if you can hear that right now, but it's really funny. Okay. So this was my cow emoji video that I did. Okay, Jackie, quit. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. So I'm going to go to share. I'm going to go to more. I'm going to go to website. I'm going to make this where it is scrolling. I'm going to hit open. Let's go down. Let's make sure it plays. It does.
Yep, Rewire is starting. All right, guys, today is
All right. So yes, you can do that. Now, did you have another question?
Yeah, if you
Okay.
go back to kvCORE now,
Mhm.
sorry.
That's okay.
So if let's say I go through all the work of doing everything you've taught us so far, and I like that exact format, like where the button's at the bottom of the page and
Yes.
the text is in the middle, is there a way to save that full template, I guess, so that I don't have to keep like, okay, I want the
Yes.
button here and the text
Yes.
here, that.
Yes. So what you're going to do, so anytime you're creating those templates, now, when you make the email, like just like making the email, you have to save the template. So I always tell people, if you know you're going to make one, go to Smart Campaigns and make it in the campaigns. Now you're not making a campaign, you're just making the template. So you'll go to templates, add the template. It's an email. And then it's the exact same things, right? So what's the name of the template? So maybe this is like a holiday template. So I'm going to do holiday. Maybe this is going to be Christmas. Okay. So right here, it's going to say, are you hoping for a white Christmas? If you're in Arizona, I hope you're going to Northern Arizona because there won't be no snow in Phoenix. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do advanced editor. Make the thing the way that I want to, and then save it, right? I'm going to add the template. And then when I go back into my template, so let me go to holiday. I'm going to search for it. And I can clone it. When I clone it, it's going to make an exact copy of it. And now I can edit that copy to change out the vocabulary, but that way my header's already on there. My button is where I want it. Now, if you want to change where the button is going to take people, that's totally fine. You can do it, but now you don't have to completely reinvent the template.
Awesome. And can you
are
so if you were to clone it,
Mhm.
and can you show me how to go back and make sure that I could put in that edited version?
Yep.
Sorry.
So all I did was hit clone. I know I'm in the copy because it says copy.
Okay.
And then here's what I have, right? So now I'm going to go here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab this.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, so as soon as you hit clone, it pops up for you.
It pops up for you.
Oh, got it.
Then
Okay,
you're gonna
perfect.
say, and then you can hit preview so that way you see what it looks like. Also on the buttons, let's say that I have, I know there's a way to change up the rows so that way you have like, if you have like 5 or 6 buttons, you can make them where they're side by side. So play around with the rows and stuff once you've added, like if you want to have multiple buttons. But then as soon as I hit clone, it's going to save this new copy. So now when I click holiday, I should see 2 for Black History Month. One will say, yep, one says February and one says copy. So now I don't have to recreate it. But yeah.
Awesome.
Any other questions?
I have a question, but it's off topic.
No, that's totally fine.
So yesterday I was going through the training and I'm right now needing to send some houses to a client, but I would like to do it through here instead of the MLS.
Yep.
But I was trying to kind of like pinpoint one location, which is his job, because he wants it to be super close.
Mhm.
I wasn't able to actually do that in here.
I'll show you. Okay, so 2 things. Number 1, when you're sharing homes with people, if you send it through your MLS, which sometimes that's the best way to do it. Like I know if we have people that are looking for like an RV gate, or like if you're in an area where they have basement homes and people want a basement, those types of things are easier to find on MLS than they are in kvCORE. It's just the way it is. I wish there were better search functions, but there's just not. So, but the reason why we want to send them in kvCORE is because now I can see which homes they're looking at, and I can see how many times they looked at it. So I have better access to know what my client's looking at. But there are some times that it's just easier to do it in MLS. However, if it's just an area, you're going to go to lead engine and we're going to build a landing page. And what you're going to want to build is sorry, not a landing page, squeeze page. Come on. And I want to build a multi-property because I want to find all the properties that fit this specific category. So Alexia, where are they looking, like a certain zip code, certain city, or like, do they have cross streets in mind?
They gave me the exact address. So it's like 740 West Knox.
They only want to look at that house, or that's their
No,
area?
it's where he works. So he
Oh.
wants it to be around that area. You know how in the MLS you can pinpoint one location and then do the radius search.
Okay.
That's
so-
what I was
Okay,
trying to hear.
Okay, so tell me the address again.
740
40.
West Knox Road. Right
Tempe? Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's like, wow, we could be in Gilbert, Tempe, or Chandler.
there.
Okay, so when I typed that in, it grabbed this area. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this selection. Nope, it didn't do it that way. Hang on.
Yeah, that's what it did to me
Sorry,
yesterday.
you said 745 West Knox.
Yeah.
Oh, why is it not? Oh, it's Tempe, right? Is it 745?
740.
740. There we go. Okay. All right. So it grabbed the area. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the area. So it pulled in this area. So whoops. So I'm going to click draw. And then I'm going to hit apply selection. So now it's going to grab all of those. Now, listing types is going to be whatever shows up in your MLS. So if you know that they're looking for single family homes, like they want an actual, like a one house dwelling, then put that in there. If they're open to townhouses and condos and things like that, then you can put those in there. So I'm just going to do single family. I don't do style. Style is architectural style. And I don't know of any market right now that like inventory is so high that you need to bring it down. If it gets to that point, which God willing, let's let it happen. Price range, I think, is super important, especially if you're sending it to a client. I love looking at $1 million homes. I'm not gonna lie. I love the backyards. I love the kitchens, even though I can't cook anything. I love looking at them, but I can't afford them. And what happens is if I'm looking at homes in that price range, but I can only afford like a $500,000 house, everything that's $500,000 now looks like garbage, even though it's a really nice home. So I always say, know your client's price point before you start sending them properties, because the last thing you want them to do is fall in love with this beautiful home and they can't afford it. Okay, so keeping them realistic on what they can afford. So let's say I'm gonna put 750 is their max. Okay, if they have a square footage, then put that in. Acres, how many bedrooms. Walk score doesn't apply to me in Arizona, but if you're in Chicago, New York City, things like that, where a lot of people do not own their own car, they use public transportation or the subway systems or whatever, then that is appropriate for you. It's not appropriate for me though. Options, you can use the different options that are on here. It says like, is it a fixer upper? Just keep in mind again, unless it's a deal breaker, don't put in the option, because it's gonna make the search so much smaller. Okay, but let's say that there's like 300 houses on here. I would be a bad real estate agent if I sent my buyer 300 homes. That they're doing the job for me now. So then over here, our source, I'm not putting anything because I don't have to. Hashtag, I'm not putting anything because I don't have to. Facebook cover photo, don't care. Property views, they're already in my website. So I'm going to change this to never. I don't want them to have to register. They're already in my website. Then I'm going to generate the link. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go up here just to make sure that there are some homes in here. This is going to give me, this is going to let me know how many homes are being sent to them, what they look like. Is this really what they're looking for? It's going to send them to your website. It's going to show the map. So if they're like, hey, there's 225 homes, that's a lot of houses. Okay, so maybe I need to make that search smaller. Okay. So when they see this map, they might be like, oh no, Jackie, can we stay east of the 202? Yeah, totally. Now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to adjust that map to where I'm east of the 202. And look, it's going to eliminate half of the homes, which is totally fine. Okay. So now I'm going to go through, and these are all the homes that they're going to be able to see. Every single time that they click on it, I'm going to get a message that says that they viewed this home. If I'm going to send this to people, since some of these are open houses, I would let them know, hey, in this list that I'm sending you, a few of these are offering open houses this weekend. If you see one that says open house, let me know. And we can ride over there together. The last thing I want you to do is go to an open house unrepresented and someone require you to sign in and then they start sending you stuff. Now I'm saying it that way, but what I really don't want is somebody steal my client. But I'm not going to say that because I don't want them to think that I've got like a scarcity mindset. Okay. So when I go to share this, you'll go to your smart CRM. You'll grab the client that you want to send this website to. Come on, computer. And oh crap, I'm late. Okay. And I'm going to grab this. I'm going to grab their name. I'm going to go send a text message. I'm going to include whatever message I want to send, and then I'm going to send that link. Now that's the really long link. So if you want to, you can grab those shortened links and send them that way. All right, guys, I'm so sorry to stop right now, but I've got to get into a meeting that I'm late for. And now my daughter's calling me. So I will talk to you all next week. And Alexia, you got to wait a second. And then I will talk to you all next week though.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.